This episode of the Thursday Night Club is proudly presented by Thrift Books, the largest online seller of used books in the world. Read more, spend less.
Audio Drama Initiative and Jaleh and Warren Trepp present the Thursday Night Club, an audio drama based on the book by Stephen Manchester.
I've been getting ready all day, but I don't feel tired at all. Tonight is the big Christmas Eve feast for the Thursday Night Club, and I've been waiting for this for months. Yes, I realize it's Sunday night, but it's been a long time since the club confined itself to only Thursdays. Ava and Izzy have been living in this house since the start of junior year, so they obviously see each other way more often than that. Actually, we all do. I suppose we could have changed the name years ago to the College Best Friends Club, but we kind of love being the Thursday Night Club because it immediately generates great memories every time we say it. There was a point when the name was completely appropriate. During our freshman year, we all lived on the same dorm floor. In mid-October, Kevin got a care package from his parents, including a cooler filled with his mother's famous meatballs. Kevin heated a few up in the microwave, and the smell just filled the hallway. None of us had had a real home-cooked meal in 6 weeks, and we descended on Kevin's room instantly. Kevin had spoken to Ava a couple of times before then, and I sort of knew Izzy, and she was taking a freshman comp class with Randy, but none of us had spent more than 5 minutes together before that night. Kevin was very generous with his stash of meatballs. I think he could tell how homesick we all were. And we wound up hanging out in his room for hours. It was a Thursday, and all of us had light class schedules on Fridays, so we decided that we would do it again the next Thursday. And then the Thursday after that. Given our budgets, most of the dinners were ramen or mac and cheese, unless we could get one of our parents to ship us something better. But we would put on music, play cards, and download everything that had happened the previous week. None of us were particularly close to our roommates, so the Thursday Night Club very quickly became our on-campus family. We've done Christmas Eve dinners before, but we never had one on the actual Christmas Eve because everyone would scatter to go home a week earlier. The club decided that this year would be different, though. We're seniors now. Real life is about to impose itself big time. So the group decided they would stay at school to commemorate this holiday as a unit. I was so delighted the club decided to do this, even though I know there was some sacrifice involved. Christmas has always been a very big deal for me. I start getting into the Christmas spirit right around Labor Day, and I think that's still way too late. I'm convinced that I can figure out a way to keep the Christmas feeling all year long. Which I know sounds ridiculously corny, but I truly believe it's possible. I think a lot of this comes from how my family always looked at Christmas in 2 ways. As something we did for each other, and as something we did for our community. By early fall, we'd be working on a big project to make the holidays better for others. And those projects are the source of some of my happiest memories. The people in the club would tease me about this mercilessly. They always talked trash about me being a goody two-shoes and an apprentice angel. I would just smile and tell them that they were secretly jealous because they knew that I was having a better Christmas than they were having. That would only lead to more teasing, of course. This year, though, they finally got the message. In true Cabral family tradition... My name is Jessie Cabral, by the way. I just realized I didn't properly introduce myself. The club decided that they would work on their own projects to share the Christmas spirit by giving a helping hand to others. I was so proud of them. Of course, this being the Thursday Night Club, they couldn't just do their good deeds and let that be the end of it. No, not Ava, Izzy, Kevin, and Randy. No, they had to make a contest out of it.
That idea, but sorry. I like posting
Okay.
fire.
No, we're not lighting any...
Okay. If we are going to do this, we have to set some parameters. Let me get my laptop.
Your laptop? You can make us a PowerPoint?
That is not a terrible idea.
Oh my god.
I was just thinking we should document everything, set up some milestones, set a target date, and so on.
Well, I think the target date is pretty obvious. I mean, after all, this is a Christmas contest, so the target date should be Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's very funny. That's funny.
No, I think what Ava is suggesting is a good idea.
Thank you, Izzy.
I mean, we all know that if left to his own devices, Randy would do something that was just a little outside of the guidelines, and we don't want him to get expelled this close to graduation.
Excuse me, why are you picking on me?
Because it's so easy, Randy.
And because it's so accurate, I'm fairly certain that the no gorilla suits on campus rule in the latest student handbook was put in place specifically for you.
It was one
Okay,
time.
guys,
I did that one time.
let's stop ganging up on Randy. Though, just to be clear, Randy, you do know the difference between acts of kindness and punking, right?
Okay, you're all hilarious.
All right, so let's get down to it. We've agreed that we are going to work individually, not in teams, right?
Yes,
Right.
yes, mistress.
And we can't steal any ideas from the stuff that Jessie and her family have done in the past.
Wait, but shouldn't there be a statute of limitations on that? I mean, if I wanted to borrow an idea from something they did, say, 10 years ago...
Sorry, not happening, bruh.
All right.
And we can't spend any money to get this done.
Well, so much for using my family's vast fortune to gain an advantage.
Just to clarify, we can't spend any of our own money, but we can accept donations, right?
Ooh, donations.
For the mission, Randy, not for the PBR to microbrew fund.
Okay, well, how do you know that wasn't going to be my mission? I mean... Do you realize, Izzy, how many people never get to experience the taste of a fine, handcrafted beer?
Yes.
It's an epidemic!
Kevin, we can take donations for the mission.
Hey, I just thought of something we haven't talked about before. Is this winner going to be chosen based on the best result, or who makes the best effort?
That is really up to the judge, I guess.
Man, well, I'm screwed.
No, Ava's right. It's going to come down to Jessie.
Yeah, but Jesse's standards are so high.
Well, that's the point, Randy. We're raising the bar.
Okay. Okay, I have to do a good deed. I can't break the law to do this good deed, and it has to be up to Jesse's standards. No sweat. I'll take care of that in between planning the Mars mission and solving the climate change crisis. And what's the prize for this contest again?
We all agreed to put in a quarter.
Ooh, now we're talking. I forgot there was real money involved.
Have you ever noticed that Randy uses 3 glasses every time he's over? I mean, do you ever do that at someone else's house? Who needs more than 1 glass a night?
The fact that he left a guacamole trail from the couch to the kitchen doesn't bother you, but the 3 glasses thing does?
Yeah, I was going to bring up the guacamole next.
Oh, good thing he's a cuddly teddy bear, huh? If he had to get by on his manners alone, he'd be in an awful lot of trouble.
Yeah, maybe rehabilitating Randy should be my good deed for the competition.
Okay, first off, the idea was to do something good, not something impossible. And second, I'm pretty sure it doesn't count if we do good things for each other.
Yeah, I know. Besides, I am already worried how I'm going to find the time to do this. Cleaning up Randy would take every waking moment. Probably over multiple lifetimes.
Yeah, I hear you about finding the time. I'm in 3 productions this fall alone. Plus, I said I'd stage manage a friend's one-man show, and I've got the improv group, and I agreed to help Dr. Henry read scripts for the Underground Festival. Oh yeah, and I have to take that statistics class this semester because the school refuses to let me graduate without a math credit. I know how to balance a checkbook, and I know how to calculate a tip. I already have all the math I'm ever going to use once I get out of here.
Try a 300 level accounting class sometime. Or maybe I'll let you sit in while we're doing differential equations. It's just like calculating a tip, assuming the bill has 4 variables.
No thanks.
Hey, I couldn't do any of the advanced stuff that you're doing either. I mean, I feel pretty comfortable behind a podium, but put me on a stage in front of an audience that expects me to entertain them, I'd just stare at them until everyone left the theater.
Okay, so we're both stretched to the limits. But I really want to make this good deed thing work. I mean, we have to. We can't let Jessie down, you know? And besides, I think I finally get the point. We're really fortunate. Well, I mean, none of us are rich.
Yet?
All right. In your case, none of us are rich yet. And all of us have responsibilities pulling us in a dozen different directions. But we've got things pretty good when you think about it. We come from strong homes. We have a good support network. We have each other. And the future looks okay for all of us. Not everyone can say the same, and we should be helping where we can to make things even a little better for those people. That's the whole Christmas spirit thing that Jessie's always going on about.
Yeah, you're totally right. And I'm totally with you. I'd always imagined setting up a women's foundation when I was in my 30s, you know, after I fully established myself as an icon in the world of finance. But I was sort of seeing it as something that I just put my name on, along with donating a bunch of money. That's not what Jessie has been saying. What she's been saying is that we need to give of ourselves if we are really going to give. I get it, I just don't know how I'm going to fit it into my schedule this semester.
I suppose I could help out at one of the lower income elementary schools nearby. Maybe I could do an acting class with them for a couple of days. Kids like that sort of stuff.
I guess. Like, that could work. Didn't Jessie's family create a whole reading to children initiative in the Boys and Girls Club? It would be something similar along those lines.
Yeah, something along those lines, but much, much smaller and much, much lamer.
Don't beat yourself up over it. The only thing I could think of to do so far that wouldn't be too time-consuming was putting together a drive to get people to send Christmas cards to soldiers.
Oh, you mean like that time Jessie's family organized all of the local retailers to send gift baskets to the troops?
Yeah, just like that, except much, much smaller and much, much lamer.
Oh, these aren't very good ideas, are they?
By good, you mean something that might actually make a difference in someone's life? No. These are definitely not very good ideas.
I really want to do something good.
Me too.
But I'm in 3 productions this fall.
Yeah, you mentioned that?
And you have all those 300-level finance classes.
Did I mention the master-level econ class I'm taking?
How are we going to make this work?
We're going to channel our inner Jessies.
Yeah. I guess that's the answer, isn't it?
Like a simple lullaby or a kiss to say goodnight. Some things are meant to share with the ones you love.
An umbrella in a storm or a blanket to keep you warm. Some things are meant for those who lift us up.
And if there's a song in your heart,
if there's a song in your heart,
if you are dancing in the
if
dark,
you are dancing in the dark,
if there's a smile inside and send it alone, take a little of your love and pass it on. For a piece of apple pie or a Coke in July, sometimes you need somebody by your side.
like the happiness you bring or the harmony you sing.